And fishing, this is just already been a jacked up start to 2026. My 2025 ended crappy. I mean, it ended well, but crappy at the same time, y'all. So just a lot of crap going on, y'all. So just irritating and everything else, you know. Just don't know why things have to happen the way they do, but they do, you know. Thing happens for a reason, I guess. But we're out here. We're gonna give it a go on this third day of the year. Yeah, I think so. Third day. What's up, Earl Cox? How you doing? This is fishing reservoirs now. The river's closed. Gonna see if we can't catch some fish at our local, well, kind of local reservoir to us. What up, Dave? What's going on, man? Good morning. Good morning. I'm ready for things to start getting better in my life. Because 2025 didn't land up the greatest. Don't get me wrong, I'm still blessed and I'm still got a good life, but freaking, you know, it's the troubles of life just hit you pretty hard, you know. But what can I say? Only things can get better from here, right? Starting out with this addicted trout float. Gonna put a hook on there and then we're gonna throw a worm on underneath the chow. Maybe a gulp minnow, because gulp minnows are always really good for trout fishing, y'all. No matter what time of year, them trout or them gulp minnows work. So, see, and then this float, we adjust our depths and everything like that as we feel needed. Happy New Year, y'all. Hopefully, you guys is starting off better than mine has. Lost my tripod somewheres. Kind of irritated about that. I think I left it on the river the last day of the season because, well, I guess that happens sometimes. So, but anywho, we'll go ahead and get this number 8 Albertine hook on here. Then we'll get a nice night crawler on there. And start out with the night crawler on this one and start out with either a micro net or something on that other one. I know, and it's my only, I mean, it's the only good tripod I had left, so to have lost it, that means I gotta I gotta get a new one. But that's okay. I mean, I'm got you guys propped up against the rocks right now, so that'll work for now. I think you guys won't be able to follow me around and do all that stuff. If I would have known I do have a chesty for my phone, so if I would have known that I lost my tripod for my phone, I would have just brought my chesty, but I didn't know that. What up, Saltwater Life? How's it going? Hit that like, comment, subscribe, and share, y'all. Yeah, it always stinks to lose stuff, but that's par for the course. You know, anytime you're doing something outside, you're going to sometimes lose stuff. You know, it's just, Unfortunately, the way it goes sometimes. You got a nice juicy worm here. We're only going to use about half of him, I think. Don't need a full one. He's a squirmy little dude. Well, them night crawlers, there's nothing little about them. They're pretty big size. Be worse for sure. I mean, it could definitely be a lot worse. For sure, for sure. Now, this isn't my favorite spot to fish in at the beginning of the year. But the reason why I fish here is because I got service and I can live stream and stuff like that. So that's why I'm fishing here, because I can live stream from here. All right, well, first rod's ready to go out. About 6 feet deep. That's good. Good start to depth. Throw it out there. See what happens. Then we can get the other rod ready. Of course, it's pretty well rigged up as it is. It just oh, is somebody throwing politics out there? I don't see no politics thrown out there yet. Lost a country like what happened in Venezuela. Oh, really? Oh. I don't know what happened in Venezuela. I don't keep up with stuff too much over that way. We're gonna go ahead and start out with one of these pink Myco Worm Z's, I think, on here. Bubblegum color is what they call it. I don't see why not starting out with it. It may not work. We got plenty of stuff to try. We got gulp minnows and everything else we can try. So this spot is I usually don't start catching fish here until it warms up a lot. Yeah, we are fishing here. For sure, for sure. All right, second rod's ready to go, and that's the Shimano Corrado BSF. Finesse bait fishing is what it's called. And then we'll just throw it out there and we'll work it in nice and easy. See if we can't get bit. You guys have seen the first and the second cast of 2026. All right, let's go. I still got content from 2025 I got to finish putting out yet. That'll be out when it's out. I don't know when it'll be out, but I know some of it will probably be out Monday. So, of course, Monday we got that little shindig with Stay Fishy at Haystack. So that'll be fun. Because it's his birthday. On Prineville Reservoir, this is the spot where I get the best service, so that's why when I live stream from Prineville, I like to come here to State Park. We are fishing here, yeah. Hey, what are you fishing for? Trout? Trout, bass. A little cold for bass, but if you present it to them slow enough, you can get them to bite this time of year. Crappie, or crappie, as I like to call them, crappie. Pike, minnow, sucker, don't matter. Catfish, don't really matter to me. I just want to fish. Yes, let's get that first fish of 2026 on. Yo. 2026. So basically what I need to do with this reel, so I'll quit backlashing it. I'm fishing at Prineville Reservoir today. Basically, I keep throwing bird's nests with this BSF because I've got too light of braid on here. And if you go with too light of line, it can affect your castability. So I throw a lot of bird's nests with it right now. Even adjusting and doing this and doing that to try to compensate for all that stuff. It still happens when when you're not using the proper line for the rod and reel. So it does cause issues. We'll recast the float rod out. Now I've caught a few trout over here in this area, so I know they're capable of being here, but I don't catch a lot of trout over here. So hopefully a trout's gonna show up today or something, anything, I hope. First day of the year, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we're gonna get a beautiful fish today on the first day that we're fishing this year. Bird's nest after bird's nest after bird's nest. And it's just basically wrong line for the reel, basically what that boils down to. Sometimes you can do all the adjustments you want, do everything you can to get it to not do that, and using the wrong line can cause all kinds of issues. We can try adjusting it some more though. Thing is I don't want to adjust it so much you don't cast. But it is a beautiful day. Overcast. It's got some clear skies over here, cloudy skies over here. We're only going to fish in this area for maybe an hour or so, a couple hours maybe. Just because I want to live stream for you guys, and I want you guys to, I want to be able to interact with you guys, so that's why I'm fishing here. So I can interact with you guys. Hopefully we're going to get that first important bite of 2026 and fish landed today. It's hard to guarantee anything this time of year. Because you just never know. Yeah, I might be better off just throwing a worm on the bottom. That might have been a bite, but I think it was a rock. I might be better off just throwing a worm up off the bottom, but I like fishing like this. I don't like, I mean, I'm going to be pretty much stationary because I don't have a proper tripod, but at least I can fish properly like this, you know, and just kind of fan cast and Hove like heck, yeah, we catch one. Yeah, you definitely need to match your line to your reel, because it can definitely make it harder to cast. Oh, there's a bite, there's a bite, there's a bite. There's a bite, 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 bite. Get him, 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 get him. Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on, you guys, fish on. First fish of 2025. Woohoo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nice little trout, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got one. We got one. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Fish on. We got one. That one's a catch, kiss, and release kind of fish, but we'll get him out and we'll show you real quick, and then we'll release him. He's kind of small to keep, but if he was bigger, we'd take him home for dinner, but he's kind of small, you guys. He's kind of small. A little bit of cute fella. And get you guys set up. 2026 is on in full force. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Wet my hand so I don't hurt this little fish. My hand is wetted. I mean, he is the keeper size, but he's kind of small. He's definitely legal, but I'm hoping for a little bit bigger fish, y'all. So let's go ahead and kiss this guy and release him. Heck yeah. Worm and float, you guys. Water's cold, kiss, catch, and release, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. 2026 is starting off with a bang. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Oh yeah, I am. Yo, let's go. Let's go. What was that? Second cast with the worm and a bobber? And we got one. No, it was a rainbow trout. Rainbow. Oh yeah. I was like, what? And then when he stuck with it for so long, I'm like, what? He's gonna give me an opportunity to catch him. Let's freaking go, you guys. Let's go. Yeah. Yes, sir. Never underestimate the trout in the cold weather, man. Never underestimate it. Hit that like, comment, subscribe for that little trout, y'all. It's about a 12-inch trout. I mean, not too small, but I mean, it wasn't the size I was looking for an eater. Yeah, we ain't got no snow yet this year. I mean, we had a little bit of snow, but not enough to celebrate the snow. I know it'd be nice if we had some snow for sure. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. If we get a 15-inch trout, we'll take it home. We'll take it home if we get a 15-inch trout. I don't know if that was a bite or maybe I just caught my own line. Maybe that's what I was doing. I felt something for sure, but I'm not sure if it was a rock or what, but got a nice little tangle here. Trying to figure it out. We got it untangled. Now we can get back to fishing. Let's go! Let's go. Boy, I feel like that addicted float's a game changer, y'all. With the way it casts and everything. Yeah, braid helps you to feel a lot more when you're fishing because it's so thin in diameter. You feel a lot more bites and stuff, for sure. It makes it easier to detect the bites and everything, for sure. Definitely a braid is definitely a good line for sure. I never thought I'd be using braid after all them years of using fluoro and well, mostly mono is what I use mostly, and then they come out with this stuff called braid, and then I tried it, and then I'm like, oh, you know what? It's not the worst stuff in the world, and so yeah, I mean, good stuff, you guys. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, and share, y'all. Maybe we'll get another fish, y'all. I don't know if Bella and Alex is going to be out today, but I think they're going to at some time. The wife's with me today, but she stayed up in the truck. She didn't want to be out here in the cold all day. She wanted to stay in the truck so she don't get cold. So I says, all right, no problem. Stay in the truck if you want. Normally, before I come out, I would have called Alex and let him know I was on my way out, or see if I was going to pick him up, or I was going to ride with him, or what. But I didn't do that today because the wife was going with me. Let's go. First fish of 2026 was a beautiful one. Not even out here very long either when I got that bite. Maybe 10 minutes. Second cast on a worm and bobber. Let's go. Oh. Now that the still head season's open and everything, Martin G family, G man fishing, just into sub. Thank you, appreciate that, and drop a like. Appreciate that, man. Glad you could stop in and say hi. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So far, we got one bite and one fish. Possible second bite, but not positive on that. Oh, that's what that is. It's not in the line. That's okay, though. It's not going to hurt nothing, I don't think. My issue with bass fishing this time of year, you got to work it so slow. No, I accidentally got a decoy, though, Ron. An accidental decoy for you, man. Too bad you weren't watching when I caught that accidental decoy. I mean, it was a beautiful little decoy, though, I have to say. Beautiful. But I did get a decoy. Thanks for sending me that decoy, Ron. I really do appreciate it. If y'all don't know Ron, he's the decoy guy. I don't know why they break off a 300-pound braid. They're probably catching fish bigger than the braid's meant to catch, probably. I mean, it's kind of, ocean anglers, they're fishing for fish with more teeth than what I am. And those braid isn't really good against teeth or against rocks and trees and stuff like that. So that definitely makes I mean, if you're using the braid for what it's meant for, and like a lot of times, when they're ocean fishing, they got to use a still leader or, some pretty big leaders, off their braid. Jeff, what's going on? You hate braided line? Hard to tie? Knots? I don't think so. I mean, I haven't had any problems tying knots with them. I mean, there are good knots for braid, and then there's knots I wouldn't even try tying on with braid. I mean, the braid, it gets wet, it gets slick, and then, knots slide through it and everything. Thank you, I appreciate that, Ron. But basically, certain knots are good for braid and other knots aren't. Right? Like this one I'm using 10-pound braid on. That one I'm using 8-pound braid on, I believe. The other one is 8-pound. So I'm not like using super heavy line because I don't need to. To me, most of my fishing applications I can get away with 8-pound test. And then there's a lot of applications where I can get away with 4-pound test too. So I'll use 4-pound test as well. See, whenever you see me jig that rod like that, that's because I'm trying to get a bass to bite or crappie or something. But with as cold as it is, I don't know if I get bass or crappie unless I slow it way down. And I have a hard time slowing it way down. So, yeah, I generally don't go any heavier than 8, and I don't go any lighter than 4. Like if I'm salmon fishing, I might go up to 20-pound test. But, it just depends on where I'm fishing and who I'm fishing it with. Because other people are like, using that light line, you ain't going to land no fish. And so they get mad at you if you use less than 20-pound tests. And I disagree with that, because if I feel like I can, no, I'm just using a, a, a worm, plastic worm, and then I'm using a night crawler on my other rod. I'm telling you though, that addicted float is a game changer. I'm telling you, because what makes it a game changer? What really makes it a game changer now? All right, have fun, Ron. What makes it a game changer is it's a heavier float, so you can cast it better than other floats. Now there are other floats out there that are a lot, and you can catch as well, but that addictive float is just trout float is just nice. It's got decent weight, and you can see it, good visibility. Um, it's just a really nice float all the way around. And if you want, you can throw a jig head on it and stuff like that. So, fishing with Ferg, what's going on? Stay fishy, Redmond, Oregon. Let's go. We've caught one fish today so far. No, a knife works just fine on it. A knife works pretty good. Now I don't dare use my teeth on braid. I do on fluoro, but I don't on braid. Well, I do have a special tool for I do have these, which is really good for cutting through fluoro, cutting through braid and fluoro. They're nice. See, I picked this spot because I'd get a nice little wind break, because the way the wind was blowing this morning. I was going to go over that way, but then the wind was blowing right at me. So that helped me make up my mind on where I was going to go fishing at. Rock cod. Yep, them infamous Central Oregon rock cods, y'all. Got it back. Got it back. Luckily for me, I got it back. Yeah, fishy, fishy, where are you? Thank you guys for joining us today. I know we're not steelhead fishing anymore, but that's closed, so pretty much what it boils down to, we're going to be trout fishing until it warms up for the warm water fish, and then we'll quit trout fishing because they won't be biting as well, and we'll start fishing for the warm water fish, and then when it gets cold again, we'll start fishing for the steelhead again. Kind of the way it goes. I fish with the seasons, not with the. I fish with the species of the season is what I'm trying to say. Like right now, I know it's cold. Less likely to catch bass and crappie and catfish, so I'm going to spend my time fishing for trout. Now, if a bass bites while I'm trout fishing, great. If a crappie bites when I'm trout fishing, great. But I generally don't hold my breath on those species because they're warmer water fish. Now, I could throw some dough bait out there and maybe catch more fish, but maybe. And I'm not guaranteeing that dough bait would catch me more fish, but, you know, personally, dough bait, I don't like them swallowing it. No problem, no problem. Well, right now I'm not using any spinners. Right now I'm just, right now I'm using a plastic worm. This one by Z-Man Baits called the Micro Worm Z, which is a nice little worm. I've caught a lot of crappie and bass off of it and some bluegills, but I'm not caught any trout off of it. I'm hoping to change that this year. I'd like to catch a trout off of it just to make sure it worked for trout. But right now I'm just using worms and underneath the float in a plastic worm, trying to get a trout or crappie or whatever else to bite. Now I might be able to. You see, like the catfish don't bite this time of year if you throw a worm out there on the bottom. But I'm not really fishing for a catfish anyways. And I might get more trout to bite if I was to throw dough bait out there and just let it set. But that wouldn't fit my MO. I have a hard time because I have to constantly be moving. I may not be moving up and down the bank, but I have to keep constantly moving. So if I'm casting and reeling, I'm constantly moving. So that works for me. Yeah, they would. But the problem with that is I ain't seen no active fish this morning. Not seen any active fish today so far. And you never know, I might switch to a lure at some point, a spinner or a spoon at some point. But right now, I'm perfectly content with doing what I'm doing. And if I really wanted to moving bait this time of year, I could go to like a trout magnet and use it, do a cast and retrieve with that, or I could go with a micro Ned and catch a lot of fish doing that. But I'm not seeing any active fish, and that's active fish help me to decide what I'm doing, really. If I'm seeing fish busting water, I know they're actively feeding. Yeah, they're large. I do have some bigger plastic worms. I could throw weightless, but right now I'm just using one that needs a jig head. It's small, pretty small worm. I'll show you guys it again. See, it's a pretty small worm. It's probably 3 inches long, or close to 3 inches long. It's made with that. It's made with that really light plastic that floats. Active below, yeah, that's true too. Active below too, yeah, that's so true. What are you guys fishing for in 2026? Yeah, I mean that's true. They're active under the surface, but I mean I've always just went with what I see on the surface myself. I tend to catch more fish if I see fish actively feeding on the surface. Now, it's just like you said though; they are active under the surface. That's very true. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very true. They are active under the surface. Or else worms and power bait and all that other stuff wouldn't work if they weren't active under the surface. So true. What are you guys fishing for in 2026? I want to know. What are you guys fishing for? Hopefully you guys are fishing for bigger fish than what I'm fishing for. Because I'm fishing for whatever bites. And I'm not going to complain about that. Hopefully you guys are fishing for trout and catfish and bass and everything else, I hope. Maybe some bluegills and crappies. The black bass, the mean ones, huh? Nice. Bass are always a fun fish to catch for sure. Always a fun one to catch. Saving Grace, what's going on, man? How you doing? We got one fish so far this morning. We got one rainbow trout. One rainbow trout. Beautiful 12-inch rainbow trout, y'all. I'm gonna be out of commission for a minute. I'm gonna go have that surgery done, and then I'll be out of commission for a few days. I won't be able to use my hands, and I'll be hopefully back sooner than later. I hope. Get my hands back into working order and stuff. Be able to fish for a few more years. And work, of course. Time to take a sip of some coffee. Oh yeah, good stuff, good stuff. All right. All subbed up, so whenever somebody comes on, you'll be able to know they're there, huh? Nice. Right on. I lost my tripod, y'all. I think I lost it on the last day of the year. I think. Down on the river. I can't believe I've done that. That's just crazy. Losing my tripod. We're trying different cadences with our plastic worm. Sometimes we're casting it and we're slow retrieving it with no pause in there. And other times we're throwing it out there and just kind of bouncing it like that. Trying to work it slow, maybe find a lethargic bass or a crappie or something. We'll see what happens. Should be plenty of fish out there though. I seem to be the only one fishing right now. Caught a lot of crappie on these micro or these worms over the summertime. Yeah, that's true. You can, yeah. Unfortunately, in Oregon, they got certain laws we got to abide by. But I do have a pretty nice long, like 12-foot rod that don't take a reel, and I'm gonna probably be using that. Jarius Campbell, what's going on? Oh yeah, we're having a good day. We're out fishing instead of working. Of course, fishing is work when you're YouTubing. So definitely is work when you're YouTubing. For sure, for sure. Lost your keys out the car. When 5 cop cars showed up, huh? Yeah. That happens when you're trying to break into a car. Even if it is your own car. Shred the slopes, huh? Cool. Sounds like fun going out there and shredding some powder. I've never done it myself, but sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Sure. Can't wait to get the surgery done and start being able to use my hands properly again. Be able to take my kayak out and stuff. Heck yeah. Maybe even take my boat out. Probably not, but maybe. Maybe. Hi, how you doing? Ichong. I don't know how to say that, but thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm fan casting from one side to the other side, going back and forth. And with the float, I'm fan drifting it. So I throw it out there and it drifts, throw it out there and it drifts, throw it out there and it drifts. A little bit of a wind out there to keep it moving. I don't know when or if we'll ever get snow this year. It's been calling for it, and it just hasn't worked out yet. I mean, we've gotten a little bit of snow, but not much. Looking for that second bite of the day, y'all. Looking for that second bite of the day. I don't know if I'd be smashing the trout off of a boat. There's been days where you go out and use a boat and not catch a fish, and go out other times catch fish. Oh yeah, our snow came and we didn't even get an inch, and so it's kind of like we're still waiting on ours. Our big snow usually comes in February. What am I throwing? I'm using a right now. I'm throwing just a plastic worm, just a little plastic worm, Paul, by Z-Man Custom Baits. What do you mean, Seahawks, man? You think they're gonna win this year? I like these micro worm Z's. They're pretty good. They catch a lot of things. I'm using the bubble gum flavor right now. Them Seahawks, they may very well win the Super Bowl this year. They're looking pretty good this year. I don't know if they will, but they may very well do it with that Sam Darnold. And to think that the New York Jets didn't even give him a chance to really thrive in New York, you know? Here, he went and played for the Minnesota Vikings, had a great season there, got him the job in Seattle, and now they're looking like they're going to win, you know? You never know. Yeah, I mean, it can work that way for sure off of a boat, but it don't always work that way. Um, let's just put it this way: I'm not the biggest boat guy. I like kayak or I like the fish from the bank. The kayak I like because it's meant for one person. The boat's meant for like four people. If I had more people fishing out of the boat with me, I might take it out more. But for just me, I just don't seem want. I just don't seem to want to take it out if it's just me. So maybe this year we'll get a couple guys in there and we'll take it out. And it's just a small 14-foot boat, so it's not like something massive. We can't take it out on no real bad windstorms for sure. Yeah, well, whoever wins is going to be #1 in the NFC, I think, right? Stay fishy. I feel like we just had one of them down years this year in Kansas City. You know, and so next year we should be hopefully back up and looking like the Chiefs. You know, the thing about it is Kansas City's no longer going to be Kansas City, Missouri. It's going to be Kansas City, Kansas. So I don't know if I'll be able to root for Kansas City anymore. I don't know if I'll be able to root for them anymore. I really don't. They're going to be the Kansas City, Kansas Traders instead of the Kansas City Chiefs. No, I won't give up on them. I've been a lifelong Chiefs fan, so I'll still be rooting for them. It's just going to be different, knowing that they're no longer in Missouri. Where am I fishing at today? I'm fishing Prineville Reservoir in Central Oregon. The beautiful, beautiful Prineville Reservoir. Oh, yeah. We've got one fish landed. One bite, one fish. So far, we're batting 100% for the year of 2026. '26 started out with one nice fish and a lost tripod. A lost tripod. I've got to get me a new tripod. That stinks. I'll give you guys a quick look at the reservoir and how low it actually is. And it's only low because they irrigate. This is water that they irrigate from. So it looks really low, and it is. But it's only low because that's what they're using the water for, is irrigation. I'll give you a good pan around real quick, y'all. Okay. So we'll start over there. And we'll just pan over just like this. See how low the water, how high the water mark is? That's because they irrigate the water. So the water goes up and it goes down. Oh yeah, when you had your boat, it was pure bliss out there, huh? Nice, nice, nice. I'm glad you liked your boat that much. The time here is 9:25 a.m. My favorite place to go fishing. Wow, that's a hard one because there's so many of them. So many of them. That's a hard question. Such a hard question because there's so many good places to go fishing. So it truly is a hard question. Oh, there's a bite, 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 there's a bite. Fish on, you guys. Ooh, feels like a bigger fish, y'all. Fish on. Fish on. Let's go. Let's go. Fish on. Fish number 2 of 2026. Another, he swallowed it, so we're going to keep him. Ooh, let's go. We're going to keep this guy because he swallowed it, so he's going to be dinner. Heck yeah. Let's go. Another beautiful 12-inch trout. You see, it's a stalker. It's got that clipped fin. Beautiful, beautiful. Uh, second trout of the year, y'all. He's gonna make a good dinner. Yes, sir. Get my pliers out. Get my pliers out. Let's go. Oh. There we go. Second trout, 2026 is dinner. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Uh-huh. Nice. 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 It is awesome. Thank you. All right, let's get another one. There's a bald eagle right out there flying around, fishing himself. Getting a new bait on there. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, with no Karens. Yeah, yeah. No Karens, please. No Karens. All right, let's get that one back out there. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. All right. So far, we're batting 100% for 2026. Bite to hookup ratio, real good so far. Real good. Wind's starting to pick up. How's it going? So far, we've got 2 fish. So we're doing pretty good if you ask me. Pretty good if you ask me. Boy, that wind is starting to pick up. Tyler? Soup and sandwich, huh? Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Juris Campbell. Let's go with you. Making sure I'm all caught up on my my, yep, those are geese. Geese, geese, geese. Definitely geese out here. For sure, for sure. I don't know if that was rock or fish. Been a while since you've seen one of my lives. Yeah, where I'm at, it's not frozen. We're in Central Oregon, so it's not. It does get to a frozen part at some point, but not usually enough to where you can walk out on the ice and fish. Lots of geese flying. Boy, it's a lot of geese. Seen a bald eagle swimming around or flying around earlier. Yeah, I can see the geese. They're flying pretty much right above me at this point, and right out there. I'll pick up the camera and show you guys. I'll pick up the camera and show you guys real quick. All the geese and stuff. See them? Geese over there. Geese up there. Yep, they're flying for sure, for sure. Watch it. They're going to do a drive-by pooping. Drive-by poop or fly-by pooping. Right above me right there. It wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time I got pooped on by a bird while they were flying over head. I don't know where they're going exactly. Wyatt from some of my earlier chats. Nice, nice. South for the winter. Yeah, probably south for the winter. Oh, there's the boat. I seen the boat ramp. I seen the seen the trailer up there earlier, so I knew there was at least one boat out today. Oh, I wonder if they're catching anything, you guys. I know we are. We're catching them. Yeah, they didn't poop on me. They didn't poop on me this time, but I've had it happen. I've had it happen though. It has happened in the past. Fly by pooping. Yeah, there are. There's a bullhead catfish, but that's pretty much it for the catfish. When they stocked this place, they stocked it with the bullheads instead of channel cats or flatheads or blue cats, which would have been nice if they would have stocked them in here instead of bullheads. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain too much. No, I've never fished in South Dakota. Trust me, I'd like to. There's a lot of places I'd like to fish, for sure. But yeah, they definitely got some catfish in here. What kind of fish you guys got in South Dakota? Pike? Sturgeon? Trout? Probably got bass though too, and crappie. Maybe some perch. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. One little, two little fishes. We're only taking one of them home so far. You seen crappie out here? Yeah, I've caught plenty of crappie out here at Prineville Reservoir. One of my favorites to eat is crappie. Yeah, pike, yeah. At least it's not too cold of a day today. It's quite manageable for the weather. If I was standing out there where all the wind's hitting, it wouldn't be so comfortable, but because it's yeah, I'm standing. I chose the stand where I could get a wind break. It's not so bad. Oh, I've caught paddlefish growing up in Missouri. Those paddlefish, man, there's something. There's something for sure. They get real big. They're a filter feeder, so they don't even bite what you're throwing, and basically all you're doing is snagging them. And they're not the best eating in the world either, though, but definitely fun to catch. But yeah, I caught quite a few paddlefish growing up. Um, Not many of them there, huh? I've never, I've never been much into weighing fish. I've always went by length because you know you can catch a 8-pound bass and it'd be 20 inches long, and you can catch a 20-inch bass that's only 6 pounds. You know, so um, weight can lie to you. You know, it can. People may not see it that way, but that's the way I see it. You know, because literally depends on the time of year it is, if they're pre-spawn, post-spawn, on how much fish you're going to weigh. And if you're fishing for bass, you know, you catch a 20-inch bass. One time it might weigh 6 pounds, the other time it might weigh 8 pounds, you know? So, I mean, it can lie to you, to be honest with you. I just go by length a lot of times. Yeah, it can be definitely all on the feeding for sure. And like the paddlefish, they don't even eat meat. They eat plankton, which might be a type of protein. I'm not real sure. They eat microscopic organs. They're a filter feeder. But I would say the longest one I caught was 6 feet long. So whatever 6 feet long is, as when it comes to paddlefish, however much a 6 foot long paddlefish would weigh. I don't know. Yep, 6 feet. That's a good sized fish for sure. You're 6'2". Wow. Yeah, them paddlefish, they get pretty good size for sure. Definitely get to be pretty good size. One point. You're expected to be 6'4". Wow. You're gonna be a tall one, huh? 6'4". Woo. Gonna be a basketball player, a wide receiver. That's a tall person. 6'4". More of a runner. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Back in my heyday, I used to run 7 miles a day. So that nothing wrong with nothing wrong with running for sure. Good way to keep in shape for sure. Oh yeah. We brought in a new year with 2 fish so far. Can't complain about that, right? 6'5", woo! And rugby player, wow. Boy, them rugby players, man, they're some thick fellas, aren't they? They have to take a big punishment. They some stout players right there. I'm not a rugby player. I was a football player and a basketball player. A little bit of baseball, a little bit of soccer. I never played no rugby though. Never played rugby. Where's David at? I ain't seen nothing from David in a while. He's still in the chat? Oh, there's David. There's David. All right. Splitting firewood and watching. Nice. Then splitting more firewood. All right. Joseph, what's going on? Prime Tucky. I don't know what a Prime Tucky is, man. Yeah, we caught 2 trout so far. 2 trout so far. We're taking one home because he swallowed the hook. I didn't want to throw him back. We're in Oregon. We're at Prineville Reservoir. Joseph. Mm-hmm. More pike than Prineville, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with catching pike, man. A lot of people like catching pike. Well, the dam's on the other side of the lake. We're not even close to the dam. We can't. We don't have any cell service at the dam, so I can't fish from the dam and live stream. So So that's why I'm fishing over here on the state park side of the reservoir. From Texas, oh yeah. Whole bunch of pike there, huh? Yeah, we don't have any pike here in Oregon that I'm aware of. We don't have any pike. We got plenty of largemouth though. We don't have any gar. We don't have any fish. We do have sturgeon though. We definitely got some sturgeon. Yeah, Prineville's a pretty good sized reservoir. Prineville Reservoir is pretty good. It's not like, so John, I can't fish, here and the dam in the daytime, Like a lot of times I'll fish here so I can live stream and then I'll head over to the dam, fish over on the dam. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. We got 2 fish. All right. I'm happy about that. Nothing wrong with 2 fish on the first fishing day that we've been out. We'll be fishing on Monday too. Boy, it's going to be hard not to fish for a couple weeks. After having my surgery, I ain't going to be able to fish. I might have to have somebody cast my rods out for me and reel my fish for me. Just so I can say that I'm fishing, even though I won't be able to do any of that stuff for a couple weeks. Glad you all could join us today, though, for sure. I'm almost certain we won't catch no bass today. Almost certain we won't catch no trout or crappie today. Almost certain we won't catch no bluegill today. Almost certain we won't catch no bass or catfish today. I have no clue where they're at today. It seems like it's a perfect day for fishing, y'all. I don't know why they're not out here. Maybe they got better things to do than catch fish, I guess. I know I don't have anything better to do than to catch fish. And even if I did have something better to do, I'd probably rather be catching a fish than doing that. YouTube is work, so I have to, fishing is fun, but YouTube is work. So I still have to work. So when I come out here shooting YouTube videos, doing live streams, it's because I'm working. Now I'm enjoying the fishing aspect of it, and I don't mind doing the live streaming, and I don't mind doing the recording. But when it comes to the editing part, that's the part that I have the biggest issue with, is the editing part, because I work a full-time job. I do YouTube pretty much full-time. And then having to edit video is the last thing on the list of things to do. So therefore, editing video, kind of like, really don't like doing the editing part. I know if the river was still open, there'd be a lot of fishermen still on the river. But this is the lake, so maybe they don't want to. Yeah, maybe there's some hangovers, maybe. Very well could be. Very well could be. You just never know. You just never know. Fish on, fish on. I didn't even jig that one. I just threw it out there and was looking at the comments and stuff and felt the bump and voila. Woo! We got one on the micro worm Z. Y'all, he inhaled it too. Look at that fish, y'all. He inhaled it. Move you guys closer because if we can release him we will. But if he swallowed it so far down there, if we can't, we'll keep him. But I think he's just barely hooked. I think he'll be all right. Woohoo! That's our first one on the first trout in a year of throwing well, not even a year, but been throwing them for a minute. Anyways, wet my hands here because I can release this fish. Woohoo! Look at that beautiful rainbow trout, you guys. Look at that beautiful rainbow trout on the pink micro worm Z by Z-Man Baits, you guys. Check that out. Let's let him go, y'all. There you guys go. Feisty little trout. Feisty little trout. Yes. Accidents do happen, Ron, for sure. But that was a good accident, though. That's 3 accidents today, Ron. 3 of them. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. I must have hit it. Well, there's another fish on. There's another fish on. All right. Yeah. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. 4 fish this morning. Let's freaking go. He probably swallowed it. Yeah, he swallowed it. So we're going to keep this guy too. That's 2 keepers. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, he definitely swallowed it. We're going to keep him too. Check that out. Check that out. That's 4 fish today. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Nice. Let's go. First fishing day of the year. Oh, yeah. And we're catching some fish, y'all. I couldn't believe that one that hit on the micro worm Z. Because, I mean, that one hit as soon as it hit the water. And I set the hook. And it landed him. And then now we looked over and there's one on the worm and bobber and right on. And you know, if I would have been paying attention, I might have had a double there. Let's go. Let's get that worm back out there. See if we can't get another one. Well, Let's put a fresh one on there. See if we can't get our first 5-fish limit of the year. Even though we're only taking 2 home so far, to get a 5-fish limit on the first day of the fishing year that we fished, heck yeah, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. Got dinner anyways. Go at dinner. Let's go. 4 rainbow trout, y'all. And we're fishing about 6 feet underneath the float here. So, and we're just putting half a night crawler on there, fishing about 6 feet underneath the float, and just throwing it out there and letting the wind do most of the work for us. You know, making it move and bounce and everything else, so that we can throw for the micro worm Z and talk with you guys while we're doing it. Yeah, they do hit hard for sure. For sure, for sure. First day of the year of us fishing. And we've got 4 fish and we're taking 2 home. I am not going to complain about that. No siree, Bob. That was crazy because I felt that when it was sinking, I felt that bite and I just instinctively set the hook. Didn't even reel down on it to set it, but just set the hook to make sure that I got a hook set even if I missed the fish. That's freaking sick, dude. Sick. That's the first trout on a micro worm Z. And I've been throwing like 4 different colors of the micro worm Z. And that's the first trout. I've gotten a lot of bass, bluegill, and crappie on them. So that's the first trout I've ever caught on the micro worm Z. So heck yeah. Let's go. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and share, y'all. Let's go. Got some dinner. Yeah. That would be so cool if we got a 5th fish today. Fried, definitely fried. Fried decoy to the core, y'all. Them decoys always taste best fried, if you ask me. Yep, it is that snap reaction we have for sure. Let's freaking go, you guys. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. 4 for 4 today so far. Let's hope we can get to 5 for 5. What'd I do with my... there they are. My pliers. My Gerber, my needle nose, whatever. So, have you guys been fishing yet in 2025? Have you guys caught a fish yet? Bonus like from the decoy account. Nice. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate that bonus. Appreciate that bonus like from the decoy account. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go, y'all. Just think, I could have been at home whining and complaining that I wasn't fishing. What I do, I come out fishing and I catch 4 fish so far. Trying to get that 5th one. That would be a if I got 4 5 fish, that would be a limit of fish, even though I'm only taking 2 home so far. I don't know why I keep hitting the rocks off to the right of me. Probably because I should have moved over enough to give myself more room for casting. But I want to be able to talk to you guys and stuff, so I have to be closer. Pass on the gay band-aids, huh? I'm going to recast that float rod out. Yo. No fish. Yeah, stuck at home. Darn it. Darn it. Get out and get a fish, y'all. It's 2026. All right. Y'all. Heading out in a bit, huh? Nice. You're heading out to go fishing too, huh? Nice. Y'all. I can't complain on a day like today and the fish are biting. I just don't know why more people aren't watching. Am I not entertaining enough? Man, I thought I was entertaining. I guess not. with the ring. Yo, yeah. Let's freaking go. Not a lot of extra technique to today's fishing. A lot of casting and reeling and casting and setting, because one rod, that's all we're doing is casting it out there, letting it set, do its thing, move whichever way it's got to move. And then the other rod, we're just constantly keeping it moving. Constantly keeping it moving. Oh, excuse me. I wonder if they stocked this thing yet this year or late last year, because those are pretty cookie cutter size fish. If they hadn't been stocked for the year, of course, if they're reproducing and stuff like that, but those are obviously hatchery fish because of the clip fin. What do you guys think, man? So far, has it been a good show? I appreciate it if it is. Oh, put them in the air fryer? Yeah, they probably would be pretty good in an air fryer, that's for sure. For sure, for sure. Probably would be. Good in the air fryer. Yeah, we just got an air fryer. Wife, you got one for Christmas. I knew what you meant by dryer. I knew you meant air fryer. I would like to end it with a 15-incher for a fifth fish. It'd be cool if I got a 15 or 16-inch trout. I won't complain if it's a 12-inch trout. I don't complain about fish, but it'd be cool to end with the 5-fish limit of one being over 15 inches. I don't know if we'll get one that big, but I've caught them that big here before. And that's four trout are the most trout I've caught out of this area. And all my years of fishing, this particular stretch of reservoir, the most I've ever caught in a day is one trout. So for me to have caught 4 of them is nice. Decoy fryer is the best. Yep, I agree with you, Ron. Decoy fryer is the best. Ha You guys are stinking awesome. You know that? You guys truly are. You want to spend your time watching some guy dressed in red catching fish. That's so cool. Yep, 6 days till surgery. Yep. And then I have to not fish for a while, which stinks. I just like it. I just like it altogether. You know, if I knew I was going to be able to use my hands, I would go fishing, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to use my hands. And from what I understand, it's going to be very painful. So, from what I understand, it's going to be very, very painful. So, and they're telling me not to use my hand for at least 2 weeks. Try not to use it very much for 2 weeks. It's going to be very hard not to use my hands for 6 weeks. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be glad that it's done and it's over with, and I'll be able to use my hands without them hurting and going numb and stuff. Yeah, this will be my first time ever had experience with an air fryer. We cooked the pizza in it yesterday. It turned out pretty good. Both of my hands, actually. I'm going to get them both done at the same time. That way I don't have to go back for a second visit. I mean, I'm going to go back to see the doc after the surgery, you know. But at least I won't have to go back for another surgery. So I'm just going to get them both done at the same time. But yeah, we just got the air fryer. The wife just got it for Christmas. She wanted an air fryer, so I bought her one for Christmas. Well, there's a bite. 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 Bite. Yes, fish on. Fish on. Fifth fish of the day, y'all. Fifth fish. No giants, but hey, we're happy to have them. That's a fifth fish on the live stream. Yeah, let's go. He didn't swallow it either, so we're going to get to let this one go. That makes me so happy. It looks like he didn't swallow it. It's right there in the mouth. Look at that. You can see the hook right there in the mouth, y'all. Yes, we're going to get to release this little guy. Woo! All right. All right, you guys. Let's go. 5 fish on the first fishing day of the year. And they're all about 12 inches long, y'all. Cookie cutter. We got to release 3 so far. Releasing the third one right now because he didn't swallow it. And we did wet our hands so we could handle this fish without hurting him too much. There you guys go. And then I'll get the camera and we'll do this and yeah, watch the release. Let's freaking go, you guys. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. That's 5 fish, yeah. Ah, you just never know. You just never know. Let's freaking go. 5 fish on the first day we're fishing this year. Woo! Let's get it back out there, see if we can't get a 6th one. Let's freaking go. We didn't get that 5th one on the GoPro, but that's because the battery went dead. Could I out wrestle a mountain lion? Well, I don't want to mess with the mountain lion if I don't have to. But I think I could outsmart a mountain lion. Out wrestle? No. outsmart a mountain lion? Probably. Because research has shown that you can outsmart a mountain lion. So I'm not going to say I could out wrestle him, but I'm going to try and outsmart him in every way possible. So, do I think I can outsmart a mountain lion? Yes, I think. But I wouldn't want to have to try to outsmart a mountain lion. Yo. Makes me happy to be alive. Share my day with y'all, catch a couple little fishes for y'all. Makes me happy. Yeah, I mean that's what a mountain lion would do. I mean, they some fierce animals, that's for sure. I agree with you. Fishing is the easiest way to get happy. You know, it's one of the most relaxing and enjoying things on earth. That's for sure. Thing is, now I've got to decide if I'm going to put out the last year's videos or if I'm going to put out today's video on Monday. Because eventually I'm going to have to take time off from fishing and I'm going to have to put out all these videos anyways while I'm resting up and trying to get myself back from recover from surgery. So do I put this video out on Monday or do I put out last year's videos? Well, last month, really. I have not seen a mountain lion kitten. I've not seen a mountain lion either, for that matter. Um, do they play? I'm guessing so. I'm guessing they probably do play. They're just like any animal. They've got the wanting, the desire to skip, jump, and do whatever else, just like a human does, you know. So yeah, I would say that the kittens probably play. Wouldn't surprise me none. So yeah, I would say a mountain lion probably does play. Kitten. I think I'll put this video out before I put the ones from last year. Yeah, it is the best drug in the world for sure. I agree with you on that. One of the best drugs in the world is the drugs that don't impair your ability to function. For sure. Let's go, you guys. 5 fish today, y'all. That's the most trout I've ever caught out of the state. What the heck's a bee doing out in January? That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird if you ask me. See a bumblebee out this time of year. I kid you not, it was a bumblebee. Yep, the house cats kill the Tory to learn, exactly. I couldn't agree with you more on that one. Those house cats, man, they're ferocious too. They're ferocious. Man, you try to move your hand and they make you bleed, and they're just playing. They don't realize that they don't realize that they're making you bleed. They're just like, ooh, I want to have some fun. That arm, that hand looks pretty tasty when they're having fun. I love it when I get to release a fish. It's always fun. Oh, nice. I'm glad that Papa's finally doing his first live. Nice. That's freaking awesome. He's doing his first live. In Colorado? Wow. That's pretty warm for Colorado, I would think. Colorado, I mean, isn't that like higher elevation? I'm glad that he's finally getting to do his first live stream. I'm sad that I'm missing it, but I'm happy because I get to catch fish myself and live stream myself. So I'm not that sad because I want to live stream and catch my own fish. But I'm happy for him that he's getting to do his first live stream. That's so freaking awesome. So freaking awesome. But we got 5 fish now, David. I don't know if you've seen all 5 of them, but we got 5 fish now. We're taking 2 of them home because they swallowed the hook. So. Cheers. Thanks for joining us. Been a slim crowd today, but it's been a good crowd. Frying very fast. Very good day. Yeah. Good day for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll get to go fishing. I'll get to go fishing on Monday and shoot a video on Monday. And then that might be the last live stream for a while. Well, I don't even know if I'll get to live stream, to be honest with you, because it can be so the live stream there at Haystack. So I'll try to go live there. I don't know if it'll work, but I'll try. And then I'll shoot a video as well, so I got videos to pump out for you guys and stuff while I'm down and not able to fish. So I will do my best to keep the videos rolling while I'm down. Plain barren. What am I fishing with? I'm using a pink micro worm Z by Z-Man Baits with a 1/10 ounce jig head, and then I'm also using a jig and a worm and a bobber. So I'm using two different setups. And I've caught 5 fish today so far. 5 fish. Five rainbow trout, and yeah, just I'm taking 2 of them home, and I've released 3. 2 of them swallowed the hook, so I felt like I had to take them home, and I've released 3 of them. Thank you for joining us. I think we're about to get off here in just a minute or two, and then we're going to go see if we can't find some fish other places. Low numbers for watchers today, though, that's for sure. Low numbers. That's okay, though. I'm happy with the number of folks we had in today. I'm happy whenever we have somebody and not nobody, you know. Jeff, what's going on? I've caught 5 fish so far today. 5 trout. And I haven't missed one yet today, so I'm 5 for 5 so far today. Which is crazy to think on a day like today, I'd be 5 for 5 already for the new year. I'm 5 for 5, yo. Since about 8, I think. Since about 8 o'clock. Yeah, what up, Mo Style? What's going on, man? Come on, Brucey, let's go. You've been watching too much Finding Nemo, haven't you? Let's see, where we at? Lunchtime, nice. Stay fishy. Wow, that's pretty good. How long? Been here about 8. It's about 8. Did you switch to a spinnery? Nope, haven't had to. I mean, worm and a bobber and the jig's been working, plastic worm's been working pretty good for me. I mean, why fix it if it ain't broken? I mean, I think I left all my spinners in the car or the truck anyways. Trying to get one more. I want to get one more. Sorry you missed out on all 5 fishes, Mo Style. No, I'm at Prineville Reservoir. Prime Res, yo. I've kept 2 fish and I've thrown 3 back. I've let 3 go. 2 of them swallowed the hook, so I kept them. So they wouldn't be belly up. Of course, the eagles from home or the crawdads or the little catfish or the ospreys, but I'm like, nope, I'll take them home and I'll have me some fresh trout for dinner. So that's my plan with those 2 trout, is to cook them up. Try the new air fryer. Yeah. Get to try those fish in the air fryer. I've never air fried anything before. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Oh, I didn't even get to set the hook on that one. He's gone. Too busy messing with my other rod. Took too long to get to it, and he's gone. Darn it. I missed my first one of the 2026. No! No! I missed my first one of 2026. check our bait. I didn't even set the hook on it, so technically I blame that on, I don't blame that on myself. I just didn't set the hook, so. Woohoo! Hey, stay fishy. We're at Prineville Reservoir where you never catch any trout. We're at the state park and we're catching trout today, man. You can catch trout here. You just gotta fit in the time. I've caught plenty of trout over here. Stay fishy's never caught any trout out here at Prineville Reservoir. So he don't like fishing out here because he don't ever catch any trout, but I catch plenty of trout out here. I'm taking 2 of them home. Well, to all good things, they must come to an end. I missed my first fish of 2026. Oh well, no longer 100%. I'm just happy I'm catching fish, you know, getting bites. The wife's actually with me today. She decided to come fishing with me today. She's not fishing, she's hiding up in the car though, or the truck. I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to fish with me either. I was pretty crabby this morning because I lost my tripod. So I was pretty crabby this morning. I don't know. I think I must have left it at the river on the last day of steelhead season. Nice, nice, nice. Getting ready to start fishing yourself, huh, Mo Style? Sweet. I didn't, that's the thing is, it's just, I don't know why I would forget it. I've not made that mistake before. So, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna go check the river sometime today, and then I'm gonna go see if I can't find it. And then there's that wind. It's supposed to be picking up today. Heck yeah, though. Woo. Wind, go away. Come again another day. Thank you for sharing it out, Mo. Appreciate it. Come on, fishy, yeah. Come on, ears, fishy. Let's get it. Some other fishermen decided to show up on the reservoir. That's sweet. Now I'm not the only one fishing. Y'all! Not the only one fishing. Let's go. Uh-huh. Dave Fish is having a big old birthday bash. Oh yeah. We're gonna go party with him at the reservoir on Monday. He's gonna have a trout derby, he says. He's gonna have a trout derby, and he's the only one allowed to win, he says. He says he's cutting everybody else in line because it's his birthday. That way he'll win. It's been a pretty regular bite today. It ain't been like fire bite, but it's been a regular bite today. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go, fishy. Let's go. Let's go, fishy. Let's go. Coffee. Good stuff. La 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 la. Where's Sky? And I know. Well, David's bouncing in between me and Papa because Papa's got his first live stream today. Go, Papa! You! Way to go, Papa! David's bouncing in between both of us, and then I don't know what Sky's doing. I know Stay Fishy's at work. It's But yeah, I haven't seen Sky yet today, which is unusual. Sky's usually pretty good about jumping in. That is a little odd. The Sky has not been in today. Of course, he could be out fishing in the middle of nowheres too, so he may not have service. You know, Sky, he'll fish anywheres. He's like me. If there's a fish to be caught, he's going. Why I keep hooking my own line is beside me. Starting to get frustrated here. Yeah, he's live today. Because David said he was jumping in and out of both of our lives. So maybe he's done live streaming already. I don't know. Yep. Looking forward to getting my line cut by Stay Fishy on Monday. Because he's the birthday boy, and he's like, nobody's catching a fish except for him. You guys dare hook a fish? I'm snipping your line. Ain't that right, Stay Fishy? You want to win that. You want to win the derby. Why do you keep saying go Hawks? I don't get it. I don't understand it. What do you mean go Hawks? I don't. Is there a hawk flying around out here or what? Stay fishy? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have TV, so I don't know who's playing, dude. So I think there must be a hawk flying around someplace. And you're just calling it a Seahawk instead of a hawk. Of course, Stay Fishy knows I'm just raising Cane with him and having fun. And no, I don't have TV, so I don't know who's playing. So that's why when Mahomes got hurt, I didn't know that was the reason why we lost that game. I didn't realize that Gardner Minshew was taking us down the field to lead us to a score to win the game. And then all of a sudden, he throws a pick. And then later on that day, I found out that our quarterback got hurt. And I'm like, oh, no wonder why we didn't win. And then what happens a week later? Gardner Minshew gets hurt. And then, playoff hopes were just completely destroyed. Completely destroyed, I tell you. Play at 5, huh? Hold on. Let's go. Come on, one more fish. One more fish. Come on. One more fish and we'll call it a live stream. We've been live streaming for a long time today. I mean, a really long time. I imagine we've been live streaming for about 3 hours. We normally don't live stream for that long. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's so messed up now that so many of the games are being done online now. So even if you got basic cable or satellite, you can't even get the games anymore. Getting harder and harder to watch football without having internet, which really stinks because for those of us who can't get internet at our houses, we don't get those games and stuff. Not that I have TV anyways, but nonetheless, it makes it darn near impossible for people to watch games. And so that stinks for us football enthusiasts who don't have internet and capabilities of watching those games. And that's kind of the reason why I didn't know Mahomes got hurt. Jan Huxley, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us on this first fishing day for us, 2025, 26, I mean. We've gotten 5 fish today so far. We're taking 2 home. Gonna eat up some air fried fish. Because we got an air fryer now. We fancy now. We fancy now. We got an air fryer. Sounds like somebody's out there on a boat. Yep, somebody out there on a big old fancy $60,000 bass boat right now. Woo-wee! That's a fancy boat. That's probably a $60,000 boat, y'all. Now we ain't had a bite in a minute, man. We still trying though. We still trying though. Is it faster frying with an air fryer? Well, I'm gonna try an air fryer. We cooked the pizza in it the other day, last night I think. It worked out pretty good for the pizza. Wife decided we were gonna have pizza, so she air fried a pizza for us. It worked out pretty good, I think. Nice and tasty. The crust wasn't as crunchy as usual. Later, bro. Be safe. Glad you could stop in and say hi. Wish you could stop in for a longer period of time, but that's okay. We understand. We really fancy, though, having an air fryer, though. Oh, yeah? So those air fryers are well worth it, huh? Takes a lot less time to cook things, huh? Back to work? Ah, man. Stinking hand on it is not good. I'll be glad when I get my hands fixed, y'all. Oh, horrible. So horrible. Nothing to do today but sit on your butt, huh? Well, I'm looking forward to Monday. What time are we meeting up at the reservoir on Monday? Came out like Kentucky Fried Pigeon, huh? So what time we meeting on Monday at the reservoir? Stay fishy. 8:30ish. Oh, okay, gotcha. I got you. We're at Haystack on Monday. We're at Haystack on Monday. Chasing some pigeons on Monday at Haystack. Because Stay Fishy's already said he's going to cut everybody's line once they get a bite. So nobody's allowed to catch fish on Monday except for him. So something smells like a burning. Boy, the bite has definitely died down. Definitely died down. You're heading there now where? To Haystack? Or are you heading to Prineville Reservoir? Meet at the boat launch. I ain't meeting you at the boat launch. I'll be over there in the cove where I'm usually at. Oh, Prineville's too far for you? Okay, well, have fun. Have fun at Haystack. You should be able to catch some fish there for sure. I think, anyways. I can't guarantee you nothing, but at least you should be able to hook at least one. Oh, I got you. So I'll meet you guys at the other spot then. Okay, I got you. I got you. That works. I know where we're gonna be, so I'll just go ahead and I'll meet you over there at the where we normally fish at. All right. Got you. Got you. Yeah, I'll just meet you at your spot. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll just meet you at your spot. Come on, one more fish. We want one more fish. One more fish. Excuse me. The wind now switched, so now it's blowing from west to east instead of from east to west. I really wasn't blowing it from east. It was more like southeast earlier. Do, do, do. Gonna take that pink worm off and put on a black worm now. Black curly tail. Because I feel like doing something different. I'm telling you, man. Them Z-Man baits, they're worth every dime you spend on them. They're durable. They catch fish. I'm telling you. Whether it be the micro Ned, the finesse worm, the baby baller Z, they're all really good baits, y'all. I can't say enough about them them Z-Man baits. I can't wait until they come out with a curly tail worm. That works just as good. Well, we will almost use all the curly tails out of this one. I think we have. Well, Abby. Ooh, doggy. I'm telling you. These Berkeley 6-inch worms what I do is I take them and I pinch them off, these black ones, like that. And I throw them out there, and what happens is they look like them little bullhead, baby bullhead catfish. And for whatever reason, them fish, they like them baby bullhead catfish. The reason why I know they look like a baby bullhead catfish is because I've seen them schools of baby bullhead catfish swimming, and they look just like that. Their curly tail in the water is just swimming like a baby bullhead catfish. And the crappies, the bass, everything likes them. I don't know what it is about them baby. I don't know if they're just mad and don't want them there or what, but they just tend to eat them. So now we're going to see if we can't catch something on that. Yo, let's hear some comments, y'all. Let's go. I want some comments in the comment section. Let's go. This water is a little stained. I don't know why, but it's a little stained, so darker color is going to be seen better. It looked like I might have had something fall on it there. Not real sure, but I might have. Come on, fishy, fishy. Come on, fishy, fishy. Boy, Mo, there at the end of the year, man, you missed out on a lot of live streams. I don't know what happened there, Mo. I live streamed 5 days in a row, 4 days in a row. And you didn't show up for any one of them. You must have been pretty busy, huh? Must have been pretty busy. We're going to go recast that worm bobber one real quick. Yeah, that's because I don't do a very good job of advertising when I'm going to be live. I just go live. It ain't going to be hard for anybody to follow it when you don't advertise it. I'm not like Stay Fishy. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be live at Monday or Tuesday or whatever day that is, you know. I should be that way because it'll help the views, I think. But at the same time, it's like, you know, people still find me when I'm live. The fishing has went cold. Stone cold. For sure. I don't know why that is, but it definitely has gone cold. I'm glad you caught it too, Mo, because, you know, you get in there and you do your rhymes and rhythms, and next thing you know, we're catching fish. You know? We don't get a lot of people doing rhymes and rhythms to get us to catch fish. So that's why we appreciate when you get in there on them lives and start doing, here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy. Yeah. We're only going to give about another 10 minutes, and then we're going to call it 10, 12 minutes, and we're going to get off here. Another 10 or 12 minutes, I think. Yeah, I've gotten 5 of them today. I've gotten 5 of them today, for sure. So that's just awesome to come out here and first fishing day of the year and catch them. It's not like the year when me and Catch and Eat England come out and we caught 50 fish between the two of us the first day of our season. That was what, 2-3 years ago. We come out and we just hammered the trout, but that was over at Ochco Reservoir. That wasn't here at Prineville. Between the two of us, he caught like 30 of them and I caught like 20 of them. And we just had a sleigh fest out there. We caught so many fish, it wasn't even funny. Gotta get your new license. I understand that for sure. For sure, for sure. Boys, went from being a chill day to being a little warmer than what I like it to be on a January day. For sure. The wind stopped blowing, the sun's out. Starting to feel warm out here. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, and share, y'all. 11:30. Wow. We've been fishing for that long. Been live streaming for that long. crazy. Straight up crazy madness I'm doing here. Live streaming for that long. I usually only try to keep it to an hour and a half, 2 hours on a live stream. Man, telling you, it'd be good to have my hands back to working. Well, I don't know. I mean, with it being a weekend and this time of year, yeah, I don't know. I mean, just depends. The fishing has been good today. It just kind of went dead. I mean, we were getting bites regularly, and now we just can't seem to pay a fish to bite right now. But at least we got a couple fish to take home. Anyways. The thing about the state park side, I've never had like a great amount of success trout fishing over here, except for today. 5 fish is a good amount. Yeah, they will eventually. If I don't decide to move to another area by then. Oh, here comes that big old $60,000 bass boat. Flying, dude. It's flying. Y'all probably can hear it in the whatever you call it. Recast that worm and bobber again. We got 5 more minutes and then we're gonna get off here. 5 more minutes. Wind changed again. I think I'm gonna have to recast. See what happens. See what happens. Come on. Charlie's tuna. Chicken under the res. Chicken under the reservoir, huh? All right, you guys. All right, you guys. It's about the time to get off the live stream, but it's been a good one. It's been a good one for sure. We caught 5 fish, missed one. We didn't even set the hook, so technically we didn't even miss him, but for argument's sake, we're going to say we missed one. Y'all, thank you for joining us, and Happy New Year's and all that good stuff comes with it. So, y'all, what a beautiful day to be alive. What a beautiful day it is to be fishing, y'all. You guys know what we're going to say, because we did release 3 of them. We kissed and released 3 of them today. So, you know, the old saying's true. When you kiss, catch, and release a fish, it ensures a future fishery for all. You know that. I know that. Battery's sake, I have to say goodbye. Been a nice, long live stream today. I mean, it's been like since 7:30 or 8 o'clock we've been live streaming. So, you know, that's quite a spell to be live streaming for me, anyways. But until next time, remember to catch, kiss, and release the fish once in a while. It ensures a future fishery for all. Until next time, this is G-Man Fishing, and we are out.